Justin Fields is currently the quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, 2-0. Looking pretty solid. Not great. Kind of looking like Eli Manning right now. And the conversation becomes, should he stay or should he get, once Russell Wilson's healthy, give Russell the start? It was presumed that Russell was going to be the starter initially. Then he gets nicked up, a little banged up, and Justin Fields has been the starter. You and I got a chance to talk about it a little bit, but you got Jeremy Fowler and Dan Graziano published their weekly news notes column today, and they were saying that Fowler was saying how this is why Russell Wilson is likely to get another chance once he's healthy. Where are you on this? We're winning? Keep rolling with it? Or Russell Wilson's our guy, once he's healthy, he's back out there?
I'm with Russell Wilson, and here's the reason why. Justin Fields, you ready? The offense for Pittsburgh has 1 touchdown in 21 drives this season. I know they're winning games, and you talked about the defense. Mm-hmm. They won the first week on all field goals. So it's not like he's putting up stats, and you're like, my God, we finally got him. He came from Chicago. He's got the offense. He's got the weapons. He's doing his thing. The offensive line is holding up and all that. Fields has gone 30 for 43, 273 yards. That's like 135 yards a game. That's nothing. And the only reason that this works with 1 touchdown is because he hasn't turned the ball over. Mm-hmm. He was number 1 on the Pillsbury list for turnovers in Chicago. That's all he did. Fumble, interception. It was always a turnover, okay? And he hasn't done that. This guy is 2 turnovers away from losing the job because that's his history. He's got to do more than this. This is getting by because their defense is so good, and I get it. You're like, well, you're winning. If he was putting up decent numbers, then you could really make a case to say why switch out or why change. But 1 touchdown for the offense in 21 drives, that's not good enough. And when you play better teams, you're not going to be able to win.
All right, so if you take out Derek Carr, who is like acting as if he is Drew Brees right now.
He's playing great. I know, right.
There's really no quarterback lighting it up, right? There's a couple who had some solid games.
He got more than 1 touchdown in 21 drives.
So here's where I come out on this. Justin Fields looks like a solid quarterback right now, whereas you thought he could be a backup permanently when you looked at how he played with the Bears. Now we see with the number 1, he's the most talented quarterback, Caleb Williams. He is the best since Andrew Luck. Well, you see what he looks like right now with the Chicago Bears.
One guy's had 2 games, and the other guy had, 3 years in the NFL?
Right, but I'm saying now you get him out of that Chicago Bears situation. Look at him. He's winning. He's productive. He's not turning it over. He's making amazing plays with his feet. So what Mike Tomlin does, no matter who's the quarterback, is at least win and obviously not go below 500. So now he's got a guy with special talent with his feet, not turning the ball over, young, got some size, and I think the team likes and is rallying around him, where we've had questions about the leadership from Russell Wilson. We've had questions.
He just got there.
No, historically, we've had question about his leadership.
Oh, yeah, the leadership is bad. He got them to back-to-back Super Bowls, and had it not been for an interception, they would have won back-to-back Super Bowls threw.
You know what I'm not going to let you keep doing? Taking away credit from defense and running games.
What?
Russell Wilson, those first 2 Super Bowls.
Was he the quarterback?
You know what he was?
Was he the quarterback?
Exactly what Justin Fields can be if you give him some time. I'm not going to make mistakes. I'll let the defense do it. I'll let the running game do it.
You know and I know that if Justin Fields this coming Sunday has 2 turnovers or a pick or whatever, people will be like, okay, thank you, and be ready to move on from him.
You're higher on Russell Wilson, current Russell Wilson, than everybody else is.
No, but that's just how thin the line that you're just going to turn the other cheek and say it's okay if Justin Fields has a stinker. 1 stinker will have everybody turn on him. The only reason no one's dogging his numbers is because they're winning. But if they weren't winning, 1 touchdown in 21 drives and they were 0-2, would they be talking about making a change? I'm just asking you off of that.
Yes.
If they were 0-2 and he had the same exact stats, right? 1 touchdown in 21 drives and 273 yards in 2 games, people would be like, you're not getting enough from the quarterback. We got to make a change.
If was a fifth, we both be in here drunk, but it's not. All right, he is 2-0. He's playing well, has not turned it over, hasn't taken bad sacks. And
So he's
also,
not going to turn it over all year?
Let me walk you through the history of guys who have won this thing and gotten people places. You brought up Eli Manning, and I told you it was based around those defense. Let's go to another guy in Pittsburgh who did that. Ben Roethlisberger on his own podcast was asked, and he said, I would stick with Justin Fields. Reminds me of myself. Big, strong, mobile, can run. Didn't light it up. Didn't put up big stats, but I got fast Willie Parker. I got the Buster on Bettis, and I got an amazing defense. Let's ride this thing out. And, oh, by the way, I'll only get better because I'm young. That's exactly sounding like Justin Fields.
He's young, but he was in Chicago, and if they really believed that he had that, they would have kept him, and they could have traded.
Name me a quarterback
that
has done anything in Chicago. Michael Jordan might have been the best quarterback they ever had. Sid who?
Sid Luckman.
Sid Luckman don't even remember him being a good quarterback in Chicago. I think Justin Fields is in a unique position, where Bryce Young would love to be. I was written off. A team got rid of me. They kind of thought I wasn't going to be the guy. Landed in a good position with a good to great coach, with a great defense, and a team that is ready to do something right now. And he's in a position where he can continue to win. Now, is he going to light the scoreboard up and light up the stats? No. But as long as he doesn't make terrible turnovers, I don't even think it's if he turns it over. They can't be terrible turnovers. They can't be horrible sacks. I think they might ride this thing out. Mike Tomlin's the type of dude, and
they didn't get Russell Wilson for no reason. They believe last year in Denver he played well enough. That is just a situation where the coach just had it for him and didn't want Russ there. They took a big hit on the salary on the what do they call it? The cap.
Yeah.
A big hit to get rid of him. They did something that most teams would never do. That's a personality kind of situation. This guy went to 2 Super Bowls, whether you want to give him some credit or not. And if you're Pittsburgh, they haven't won in a long time. They need just finishing over 500, and I get all that. That's nice. But they haven't had any success. Go look at their last 6 playoff games. They can't score.
But you got to stop acting
You can't keep wasting a great defense without having any offense.
If this was Russell Wilson from 7 years ago, I'd be absolutely with you. But I ended with this for me, that's a great emergency break in case of emergency. If I got Russell Wilson as my backup, that's a good situation for Pittsburgh to stay in.